Lights down, music up. One decade that ruled the world. The 1980s didn't just make movies, it created legends. This was the era when exploded, franchises were born, and Hollywood conquered the globe. From record-breaking blockbusters to films that became cultural milestones, these movies dominated worldwide charts, as documented by Google, Wikipedia, and major box office archives. Today, we're counting down the top 15 most successful Hollywood films of the 1980s, the titles that defined a generation and changed cinema forever. Number 1, E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial, 1982. In 1982, Steven Spielberg released a film so powerful that it didn't just break box office records, it broke hearts worldwide. E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial tells the simple yet unforgettable story of a lonely alien stranded on Earth and a young boy named Elliot who becomes his only friend. What made E.T. extraordinary wasn't just its science fiction premise, but its emotional honesty. Spielberg shot much of the film from a child's eye level, making audiences experience wonder, fear, and friendship exactly as a child would. According to widely documented box office records and film archives, E.T. became the highest-grossing film of its time, holding that title for over a decade. John Williams' iconic musical score amplified every emotion, while E.T.'s design and expressive movements made him feel alive, not like a special effect, but a real being. The film's themes of innocence, empathy, and belonging resonated across cultures, turning it into a global phenomenon. More than 40 years later, E.T. remains a symbol of 1980s Hollywood magic, proof that a small story, told with heart, can conquer the entire world. Number 2, Star Wars, Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, 1980. In 1980, Hollywood learned a bold lesson: darker stories could become even bigger legends. Star Wars, Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back didn't just continue a saga, it redefined what a sequel could be. Directed by Irving Kershner and produced under George Lucas' vision, the film took audiences deeper into a galaxy filled with danger, sacrifice, and shocking truths. Unlike the heroic optimism of the first film, The Empire Strikes Back raised the stakes. The rebels are hunted, friendships are tested, and heroes fail, sometimes painfully. Luke Skywalker's Jedi training under Yoda introduced wisdom that became iconic, while Darth Vader emerged as one of cinema's greatest villains. The film's dramatic twist shocked audiences worldwide and remains one of the most famous reveals in movie history, documented by countless film historians and archives. Critically acclaimed and massively successful at the global box office, the film proved that science fiction could be emotionally complex and mature. Decades later, The Empire Strikes Back is still ranked among the greatest films ever made, not just of the 1980s, but of all time. Number 3, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, 1989. By 1989, audiences were ready for the perfect blend of action, adventure, and nostalgia, and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade delivered it flawlessly. Directed by Steven Spielberg and created by George Lucas, this third installment brought Indiana Jones back to his roots, mixing thrilling set pieces with humor and heart. The story's central quest for the Holy Grail added myth, mystery, and global intrigue, taking viewers from America to Europe and the Middle East. One of the film's greatest strengths was the introduction of Indy's father, portrayed by Sean Connery. Their witty, emotional relationship gave the film depth rarely seen in action blockbusters. Critics and audiences praised the chemistry, calling it one of the most memorable father-son dynamics in cinema. According to widely cited box office records, The Last Crusade became one of the highest-grossing films of 1989 worldwide. With iconic music by John Williams, practical stunts, and classic Spielberg storytelling, the film cemented Indiana Jones as a timeless Hollywood hero. Even today, it stands as one of the most beloved adventure films ever made. Number 4, Batman, 1989. In 1989, Tim Burton transformed a comic book hero into a dark cinematic icon with Batman. Departing from the campy portrayals of the past, this film introduced a brooding, mysterious Gotham where crime lurked in every shadow. Michael Keaton's portrayal of Bruce Wayne brought a layered, conflicted hero to life, while Jack Nicholson's unforgettable performance as the Joker injected chaos, humor, and menace that audiences had never seen before. The film wasn't just a story, it was a cultural phenomenon. Burton's gothic visuals, combined with Danny Elfman's haunting score, created a tone that redefined superhero cinema. According to box office records and industry archives, Batman shattered earnings records worldwide, proving that comic book adaptations could dominate mainstream cinema. Its influence went beyond ticket sales. From merchandise to animated spin-offs, the 1989 Batman left a permanent mark on pop culture, inspiring filmmakers and audiences alike. Decades later, it remains a benchmark for superhero films, showing that darkness, style, and storytelling can make a blockbuster unforgettable. Number 5. Back to the Future, 1985. In 1985, Robert Zemeckis and Steven Spielberg sent audiences on a thrilling ride through time with Back to the Future. The story of teenager Marty McFly, brilliantly played by Michael J. Fox, who accidentally travels back to 1955 in Doc Brown's iconic DeLorean, captured imaginations worldwide. Combining science fiction, comedy, and heartfelt family drama, the film struck a perfect balance that appealed to all ages. What made Back to the Future unforgettable wasn't just the time travel concept, but its clever writing, iconic 80s soundtrack, and the electric chemistry between Fox and Christopher Lloyd as Doc Brown. According to box office records and film archives, the movie became a global sensation, quickly climbing to one of the top-grossing films of 1985. Its cultural impact is undeniable. From hoverboards to flux capacitors, the film inspired fashion, music, and even real-world science curiosity. Decades later, Back to the Future remains a symbol of 1980s Hollywood magic, a timeless adventure that continues to thrill new generations. Number 6. Star Wars, Episode VI, Return of the Jedi, 1983. In 1983, the epic saga reached its thrilling conclusion with Star Wars, Episode VI, Return of the Jedi. Directed by Richard Marquand and produced under George Lucas' masterful vision, the film brought audiences back to a galaxy in turmoil, where the Rebel Alliance faced the ultimate battle against the Empire. Iconic characters like Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, and Darth Vader returned for an unforgettable showdown. The film introduced memorable new elements, from the desert planet Tatooine to the forest moon of Endor, home to the adorable yet fierce Ewoks. According to global box office records and historical film archives, Return of the Jedi became one of the highest-grossing films of 1983, cementing Star Wars as a worldwide phenomenon. Beyond the action and special effects, the movie explored themes of redemption, hope, and the enduring power of friendship. Decades later, Return of the Jedi remains a cornerstone of cinematic history, proving that epic storytelling and imaginative worlds can captivate audiences across generations. Number 7. Top Gun, 1986. In 1986, Tony Scott's Top Gun took the world by storm, soaring higher than any film had before. Starring Tom Cruise as the daring fighter pilot Maverick, the movie combined high-octane aerial stunts with a sizzling 80s soundtrack and unforgettable style. It wasn't just a story about jets, it was a story about ambition, risk, and the thrill of living life on the edge. Top Gun became a global sensation, topping box office charts and captivating audiences from America to Asia, as confirmed by film archives and box office reports. The chemistry between Cruise and Kelly McGillis, the intense rivalry with Val Kilmer's Iceman, and Jerry Bruckheimer's polished production elevated the film from a simple action movie to a cultural phenomenon. Its influence transcended cinema. Fighter jackets, aviator sunglasses, and the iconic Danger Zone soundtrack became 80s symbols. Decades later, Top Gun remains an emblem of Hollywood's golden blockbuster era, proving that adrenaline, romance, and style can launch a film into legendary status. Number 8. Rain Man, 1988. In 1988, Rain Man captivated the world with a story that was both deeply human and unforgettable. Directed by Barry Levinson, the film follows the journey of Charlie Babbitt, played by Tom Cruise, who discovers that his estranged brother Raymond, brilliantly portrayed by Dustin Hoffman, is an autistic savant with extraordinary abilities. What begins as a quest for money transforms into a profound tale of family, understanding, and connection. According to global box office records and film archives, Rain Man became one of the highest-grossing films of 1988, winning the hearts of audiences worldwide. Dustin Hoffman's performance earned him an Academy Award, while the film itself won Best Picture, cementing its place in cinematic history. With iconic road trip sequences, memorable moments of humor, and deeply emotional interactions, Rain Man resonated across cultures and generations. Even today, the film remains a landmark in Hollywood storytelling, a powerful reminder that empathy, love, and family can triumph on the big screen. Number 9. Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1980. In 1981, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas introduced the world to the ultimate can captivate the globe. Number 10. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, 1984. In 1984, Steven Spielberg returned audiences to the thrilling world of Indiana Jones with Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Serving as a prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark, the film follows Indy as he battles sinister cults, uncovers stolen sacred stones, and protects innocent villagers, all while delivering heart-stopping action and jaw-dropping stunts. Harrison Ford reprised his role with charisma and daring, while the film introduced unforgettable characters like Short Round and the courageous singer Willie Scott. According to global box office records and film archives, Temple of Doom was a worldwide blockbuster, drawing audiences into its exotic and dangerous adventures. With John Williams' iconic score amplifying every chase and confrontation, the film cemented Indiana Jones as Hollywood's ultimate adventurer. Despite its darker tone, it captivated viewers across generations, proving that imaginative storytelling, thrilling action, and unforgettable characters could turn a movie into a global phenomenon. Number 11. Back to the Future Part 2, 1989. In 1989, audiences returned to the time-traveling adventures of Marty McFly and Doc Brown with Back to the Future Part 2. Directed by Robert Zemeckis, this sequel pushed the boundaries of imagination, sending Marty and Doc into the future year of 2015, where hoverboards, self-lacing shoes, and flying cars captivated viewers worldwide. The film explored complex timelines, paradoxes, and the consequences of tampering with time, all while keeping the humor, heart, and charm that made the original a classic. According to global box office records and film archives, the movie became one of the top-grossing films of 1989, solidifying the franchise's place in cinematic history. Michael J. Fox's energetic performance and Christopher Lloyd's eccentric genius brought the story to life, while the inventive special effects amazed audiences, redefining what Hollywood could achieve with technology. Decades later, Back to the Future Part 2 remains a symbol of 1980s creativity and adventure, proving that the thrill of time travel combined with heart and humor can make a film timeless. Number 12. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, 1988. In 1988, Who Framed Roger Rabbit revolutionized Hollywood by blending live action and animation like never before. Directed by Robert Zemeckis, the film tells the story of a down-on-his-luck private detective, Eddie Valiant, who is drawn into a wild mystery in a world where cartoon characters and humans coexist. When the lovable yet mischievous Roger Rabbit is accused of murder, Eddie must unravel a conspiracy that threatens both the animated and real worlds. Praised for its technical innovation and storytelling, the film became a massive box office hit worldwide, as confirmed by film archives and industry records. Its groundbreaking animation brought classic cartoons from Disney, Warner Brothers, and others together on screen for the first time, thrilling audiences across generations. With a mix of humor, suspense, and nostalgia, and an unforgettable performance by Bob Hoskins as Eddie, Who Framed Roger Rabbit proved that imagination has no limits. Even today, it stands as a landmark in cinematic history, a perfect marriage of creativity, technology, and storytelling. Number 13. Crocodile Dundee, 1986. In 1986, Hollywood met the ultimate fish-out-of-water hero with Crocodile Dundee. Directed by Peter Feynman, the film follows Mick Crocodile Dundee, a rugged Australian bushman, as he navigates the bustling streets of New York City after a journalist brings him from the outback. The clash of cultures, combined with Mick's humor, charm, and survival skills, created a story that was both hilarious and heartwarming. According to global box office records and film archives, Crocodile Dundee became one of the highest-grossing films of 1986, captivating audiences around the world with its unique blend of adventure and comedy. Paul Hogan's iconic performance, complete with his legendary knife and easygoing wit, turned him into an international star almost overnight. From iconic one-liners to unforgettable city versus bush moments, the film remains a cultural touchstone of the 1980s. Decades later, Crocodile Dundee continues to charm viewers, proving that humor, adventure, and heart can make a movie a worldwide sensation. Number 14, Fatal Attraction, 1987. In 1987, Fatal Attraction shocked audiences with its intense psychological thriller, redefining what adult drama could achieve at the box office. Directed by Adrian Lyne, the film stars Michael Douglas as a successful lawyer whose brief affair with Glenn Close's character spirals into obsession, danger, and suspense. What begins as temptation quickly turns into terror, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats from start to finish. According to global box office records and film archives, Fatal Attraction became one of the highest-grossing films of 1987, drawing international audiences into its gripping and controversial story. Glenn Close's chilling performance as Alex cemented her status as one of Hollywood's most formidable actresses, while the film's shocking twists and dramatic tension set a new standard for thrillers. Even decades later, Fatal Attraction continues to be referenced in pop culture, proving that compelling storytelling, powerful performances, and psychological suspense can make a movie unforgettable. Number 15, Beverly Hills Cop, 1984. In 1984, Hollywood witnessed a perfect blend of comedy, action, and street-smart charm with Beverly Hills Cop. Directed by Martin Brest, the film stars Eddie Murphy as Axel Foley, a wisecracking Detroit cop who travels to Beverly Hills to solve his friend's murder. His quick wit, daring antics, and fearless attitude clash hilariously with the posh world of Beverly Hills, creating non-stop laughs and high-stakes thrills. According to global box office records and film archives, Beverly Hills Cop became one of the highest-grossing films of 1984, solidifying Eddie Murphy as a major international star. The film's action sequences, sharp dialogue, and Danny Elfman's memorable score combined to deliver a cinematic experience that appealed to audiences worldwide. Decades later, Beverly Hills Cop remains a quintessential 1980s Hollywood classic, a film that perfectly balances humor, suspense, and charisma, proving that a streetwise hero with charm and courage can capture the world's imagination. And that's a wrap on the top 15 most successful Hollywood movies of the 1980s. From E.T. to Beverly Hills Cop, these films defined an era and captured hearts worldwide. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comments sharing your favorite movie.